France is still known for producing a greater diversity of fine wines than any other country in the world. Great Burgundy wines are almost mythical, and Bordeaux has been the role model for most winemakers anywhere.
All the viticultural methods applied worldwide for the production of great wines, red or white, are based on French tradition. Nearly all the internationally recognized classic wine types originated in France. The greatest wine grape varieties are French, all of them with the exception of Riesling, and there's plenty of Riesling in Alsace anyway.
The French, you see, have had 2,000 years of practice at the winemaking art, ever since Rome conquered Europe through the Mediterranean basin. The Romans needed wine for their legions, so they brought to Gaul their winemaking skills and their tradition of law and order. Wine only thrives in times of peace. Thanks to the quality of their soils and their sense of agriculture, the Franks soon created vineyards that would outshine even the best Roman wines.
A few hundred years later, the French developed the skills of traditional agriculture with the help of the Cistercian monks, and they built up the knowledge of each particular plot of land with impressive accuracy. That is how the notion of terroir came into existence. The monks had plenty of patience, so they wrote down and codified everything.
In the slowly evolving world of traditional agriculture, the value of every individual field came to be learned generation after generation by those who farmed it for their subsistence. By experience and trial and error, over hundreds of years cultivators learned to gauge what crops to plant and how to tend them. A living dialogue between the soil, the climate, and the vines started to develop and expand, with the farmer as a mediator.
If we take a moment and look a little closer to this notion of terroir, we will find from the Texan geologist James Wilson that the soil formation of France is absolutely unique on the planet. In fact, the French geological map reveals all rock formations of every single period and era that took place on the planet. And this explains why the French soil is so fertile and conducive to rich crops and harvests. France also has the most ideal temperate climate due to the combined influence of the Gulf Stream and the prevailing westerlies. This has allowed the soil to grow the varieties of Vinis vitifera that represent the favorite wine grapes of the world today: Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Malbec, Syrah, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Noir, Cabernet Franc, Grenache, you name it. They all originated around 2,000 years ago along the French 45th parallel.
Last but not least, there is the human factor, human skill, ingenuity, and tradition. And for special historical reasons, in the French culture, cooking and winemaking have been elevated to the status of an art, not a mere technique.
And that spirit has prevailed in France for over 1,000 years, giving birth to the most sophisticated system of culinary art schools and refined gourmet traditions. So however strong may be the challenges and the competition from the rest of the world, it's still going to take some time before France's supremacy is shaken. Like French cuisine, French wine largely remains the benchmark against which greatness elsewhere is rated and judged.